All right. So what we gonna get into tonight, right? Since the girl Virginia Slim came on and I don't know why Pork Butt Partner put her on there to say that Tupac was leaving Death Row to try to contradict her and bring on Eric B behind her and say that Tupac wasn't leaving Death Row when we know that Gaddafi moms, um, damn, what's her name? Yasu, something like that, right? Sorry, sister, I can't think of your name right now, but we're gonna call you Gaddafi moms, right? We know her, Tracy, Gobi, all the people that was working with Tupac on his new label knew that he was leaving, and it was to his close people, he was telling them Keisha Cole, they all say that he was leaving, right? Like I said, everybody but Pork Butt, Suge, and Eric B. Outlaw said he was leaving. He wouldn't let them sign the death row because they was going with him. Um, so what we gonna do tonight is I see that Yasmin Fula. Thank you. Appreciate you, pig terrorist. All right. Shout out to Yasmin Fula. She be hitting me up on Instagram too in the DM. Shout out to her. Um uh Taiwan Grant in the building. What up? So Brianna, I see you over on the Instagram. All right. So what I'm gonna do tonight is since a lot of y'all is in doubt, because I see y'all, you know, um, I'm gonna have to let y'all see things in living color because some of y'all don't believe that there's a you live on earth unless you walk outside and put your feet on the ground, you know. All right. Big brick, what up? Right. So uh TikTok, I'm live on my YouTube, Choke No Joke, Arthur D. Austin the third is the channel. If you don't know, it should be a link in my bio on my profile on the TikTok. You know what I mean? How I feel about the Diddy case. Um, it's Diddy case is done. There ain't really much to talk about. Oh, Diddy, if y'all didn't know, Diddy did enter into a drug program and a domestic violence program. And we know those programs, you complete them, they cut time off your sentence. So if Diddy complete these programs by the time he go to sentencing and they give him, anything under 3 years, he may have time served. You know what I mean? Good looking Fred Jenkins. I got it, Yasmin Fula. Yeah, we got that. Appreciate you. Right. So the reason that I had to dig deep, dive deep on this Tupac joint is because bums first. They over there trying to make Virginia Slim look like she don't know what she talking about when they shouldn't have interviewed her and asked her was Tupac leaving death row because they probably thought that she was gonna be like, nah, he wasn't leaving. But she's like, yeah, he told us he was leaving, but don't say nothing, right? Because why would he tell them that, right? But we also know from Michael Moore that Suge and Tupac had an argument after Snoop went on the radio with after the Angie Martinez incident, and Pac went to Suge and told him that he was leaving and he could have the Machiavelli album, and he was out. And he was beefing, and Suge was about to pound him out allegedly, and then Michael Moore stepped in and told Suge that he couldn't put his hands on Pac because he was still his security, right? And this is all according to Michael Moore. You know what? Maybe I need to play that. Maybe I need to play that. I don't want to. I don't want to look. I'll play that tomorrow because I don't want to spend time digging for it because I got to look for it. Right. So I'll make sure I'll touch on that tomorrow. But Michael Moore said after that, he told Suge that he couldn't put his hands on Pac. Him and Pac left the hotel. They went downstairs. Pac told Michael Moore that he was a dead man walking because he told Suge that he was leaving Death Row. Right? They got on the jet. After the jet, that's when Snoop tell the story about Suge told him he couldn't go on, he couldn't bring his security with him on the jet. And um Snoop tells the story about how he had the fork and the knife under the blanket. They got off the jet. They went their ways. Pac never seen any of them again until Vegas, right? And somebody talked him into going Vegas because remember he was going to go to Atlanta instead of Vegas because he didn't want to go to Atlanta. I mean, go to Vegas, and his cousin had, I think, stole some of one of his ratchets, so he was getting ready to go discipline his cousin, but they talked him into going to Vegas, um, and that was the last we saw of Pac when he went to Vegas, right? So where I'm gonna start right here is being that uh, Reggie and them is trying to contradict uh, Virginia Slim by playing a clip of her baby daddy contradicting what she said because she said Pac was leaving Death Row and he told them to keep it quiet. And they put her baby daddy on there, and her baby daddy uh, said Pac wasn't leaving Death Row, and Pac last words was the Suge, "I love you." That was Pac's last words. I hate to laugh, but that's hilarious to me. And then he was saying that it wasn't true that Pac was shaking the bed. Who said that? And then Pogba's partner told him, "Oh, that was Mo Preem. Mo Preem said that." And Mo Preem said that on the Art of Dialogue. I might pull that up. I'll pull that up tomorrow too, because I don't want to spend time digging for nothing. So tomorrow I'll pull up Mo Preem telling us that how Pac was shaking the bed, trying to tell him something, but he couldn't say nothing because he had the tubes in his mouth, right? And I'll pull that up along with the other thing that I said that I'll pull up tomorrow, right? So, but tonight, right? What I want to get into is that Reggie and Greg Caden came up with this bull crap story about how it was four guys in the car, right? And if you know, Kadafi said it was only two people in the car, right? But they came and the driver was light skinned with a mustache. It looked like a bitch in the face. And I let y'all see yesterday where Low from OFTB tell you that Gaddafi came up to him at the hospital and told him, "Yo, Low, the dude looked just like you." And Low is light skinned, bald headed, and looks like David Mack and Rafael Perez and Reggie Wright Jr. Right? But I'm not gonna play Low again. Y'all could go see that. That clip is up, right?